Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am just building a very simple family house. This only contains 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, so it's not very elaborate or crazy or anything. It's just got an open plan living, dining, kitchen space, and it's just kind of a simple house. I don't know how else to describe it, to be honest. I've tried recording this voiceover like 6 times, and I've said that 6 times. Just know that. Just know I've said that 6 times, and I don't want to say it again. So, but yeah, I decorated this house as if it was spooky day, or at least it was going to be spooky day soon. So, you know, they have a few decorations inside here and there just sitting up just because, they're just wanting to, celebrate spooky day soon. And the family that I've got living here, it's actually some parents and their child. And I thought it was kind of perfect because maybe this is, they just moved here and this is like their way of celebrating. Moving here also is by celebrating spooky day because it's around the corner. So yeah, but the house is painfully simple. I've used this like floor plan kind of setup, not exact floor plan by any means, but I've used this like idea several times in the past with my own personal gameplay. So I thought I would try a build on the channel using this, but yeah, I really enjoyed this build though. It took me a few days to actually get through it because I kept getting like interrupted, or I had to quit for a bit, or for example, I got called into work, and then I was like part of the way through it, and then I just kind of was like, I need a break, I need to do something else, but I finally got it finished, and I'm happy that I pushed through because I enjoyed it. It was just nice. For some reason, like certain types of builds I can like sit down and do it all in one sitting, but sometimes it takes a few days for me to get through others, so bear with me. But yeah, so I went with this siding from the base game, and I just want to bring this up because this particular siding, it's just got simple siding, and it has a swatch that is like this kind of light sage green color. It's my favorite like base game siding to use. It's so nice, and I use it in my non-base game only builds, so it's really nice. But for some reason, there's 2 different versions. One of them doesn't have like the corner trim, where there's like a white corner piece sometimes on like the siding itself whenever the house is like at a corner, like the walls. And then there's a version that has that, and then there's a version without that. But for some reason, this sage green color only exists on the version with the trim, not the version without the trim. For some strange reason, I don't understand the logic. I don't know why. Like, because there is like, those like wallpaper exterior siding things, whatever you want to call it. We'll just say wallpapers because you know what I'm talking about. But it's just a siding like on the top, and then it has like a brick base. There is a version of that has that sage green like siding on it, but I'm just like, then why didn't they do it for all of them? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know why, but whenever I get the chance to use it, I use it because it's a very nice color, and I think that it's perfect because this house it works with that like kind of autumnal color scheme, but at the same time, I think that it's got many functions. It works for all sorts of times throughout the year. So with the colors that I used in this house, I tried to use primarily like this really dark brown, like wood tone with a kind of gray, like a warm toned gray, and then white with touches of like cream colors and stuff like that. Just in general, it's very neutral, but I think it looks very autumnal, and I did use a few pops of color here and there, mainly from the decorations for Spooky Day. I put like a little jack-o'-lantern thing, and then I put that one jack-o'-lantern light thing that's got like branches, and it's kind of funny. And another thing I used, which I kind of just saw it and I was like, that's perfect. It's this light from my first pet stuff pack, and it's supposed to, I guess, be like a cat light, or at least that's how I see it. And there's a black swatch on it, and I was like, hey, a black cat, that's perfect. So yeah, and if you would like to, if you download this house and you use it, you can just take that item and recolor it, and use it for other, normal times of the year or something. But I just thought it'd be perfect for fall and like spooky day. And yeah, so I actually did use some items from the Spooky Day stuff pack. It is actually, I believe, on sale currently. I'm at the time that you're watching this, it might not be on sale anymore. Or at least the sale might still be going on, but it might be almost up. But I did notice it was only $5, so I definitely recommend that pack for $5. I don't recommend it for $10, but it has some really good stuff if you're like more into like the Spooky Day, aesthetic, and you want to like add on to seasons, perhaps. That's a really good thing, but also it has really nice floors and wallpapers, like this, the one I'm talking about, that one really nice flooring, and then there's like a wallpaper that matches it. It's beautiful. But anyways, this is just the general layout. I really like the open plan just setup of this room. It's really, really just like communal, and I feel like, they could be sitting in the living room, and then someone could be in the kitchen preparing like food, and they can like talk to each other from across the room. They could all be watching a movie together or something, and they've got plenty of counter space. Like that's a lot of counter space, Barbara. Like you would never run out. You would never be needing for any, because it's there. And I put a little hat decoration. I believe that's from Seasons also. It's just like a little hat decoration, perfect for fall. I thought that was kind of cute. It has some like skull, like skeletons on it. It's really funny. But yeah, I didn't go heavy-handed though with everything. I try to keep it fairly minimal in like the decoration. I just thought, I don't want to like theme this house around Spooky Day so much to the point that it's not a functional build, like unless that's what you're going for. I just wanted this house to be like just a family home that you could change over time, like say Snowflake Day. Is it Snowflake Day? Winterfest. That's what it's called in The Sims 4. In The Sims 3 it's Snowflake Day, but in The Sims 4 it's called Winterfest. And once Winterfest comes around, you could actually put up a tree where that little dining area is. You might have to move the table a little bit over, but there is room for that, so it won't be that big of a deal. Or you could just, change the table out for a smaller one or something. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want with my builds. If, even if you all re-upload my builds, and you change them, I don't mind that whatsoever. Like I'm completely okay with y'all downloading my builds. Like, now that doesn't mean you can do that with anybody's builds, but with mine, I genuinely don't care. Like every time I see like a build getting a lot of downloads on the gallery, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But it's not something I'm like aiming for, so it doesn't bother me. So, but yeah. And if you all ever renovate my houses and re-upload it to the gallery, please do so. That'd be really, really cool. And if you do, I'm not going to promise a video or anything. I might do that eventually. I probably should. I've made promises in the past that I didn't keep because of depression. But if you all, want to, you can just put it under the hashtag Lukey, and I can just find it that way. Or Lukey Reno or something like that. I'm just find something, I guess, that someone else uploaded or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how to do this stuff. I'm not a good YouTuber, okay? I'm just trying to just make content on the regular at this point, and it's a challenge, y'all. It's a challenge. But anymore, what I've been focusing on is just kind of building what I really want to build and building when I want to build, but also scheduling my videos for times that are realistic to me. So right now, I'm playing around with uploading every other day, but I'm also, if that doesn't really work out for me perfectly, I might just switch to doing like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, something like that. Because I do at least want to get 3 videos a week out roughly. But again, no promises because things come up. My mental health is the priority, but I've been doing well lately with everything. I've been I've been giving myself breaks from things. I've been learning a lot about my mental health. That's definitely something I recommend if you all are, going through any sort of mental illness and you aren't really sure what you're going through. You don't really have a name for it yet, or maybe you've just heard other people talk about their experiences and you're kind of relating yourself, but you've never really been to a professional. Try to go to a professional. I know it's not accessible to everyone, but I've heard that there is like online resources. So in any case, just please do your research and just take care of yourselves, because I have generalized anxiety disorder. I know that we're getting into this, but might as well, because, but I have generalized anxiety disorder, and I also have some depression here and there too. I've got a lot of things wrong with me. Let me be real. But I'm not laughing at it. I'm just exasperating. I'm not sure what word I'm trying to use there, but yeah, I have recently learned of a practice, and this is what my newer therapist has told me. I haven't told you all this, but I did recently get a new therapist, and it has been a little bit of a learning, not a learning experience, but it's been a learning curve, because, changing therapists can be quite challenging, to say the least. But recently we actually talked about something called behavioral activation, and it's essentially, it's sort of holding yourself accountable, but also it's, doing something that elicits, a good feeling whenever you're dealing with anxiety and depression. Basically, it's something to kind of break your, I'm not really exactly sure how to describe it, but it's doing something that may or may not help you initially, but it will help you in the future. So doing something that is productive and something that is distracting from your anxiety and depression without it actually harming you initially. Because, for example, I've learned that playing video games can be a bit of a draining thing. Like The Sims 4, building, that's different really, because I feel like that's more of a creative thing, and plus I'm doing it to make videos, so it is technically productive. But for example, a video game like Overwatch is incredibly heavily stimulating and distracting. However, that does have a negative connotation because it can exhaust you, and afterwards you don't feel better. You just feel like you've distracted yourself and you kind of made yourself worse. I've learned that it's like a rush of dopamine, and yeah, having that rush of dopamine is not that good for you. It's good to kind of give yourself small amounts and then give yourself a little bit more later on. It's all complicated. If you all have any ways of expanding upon that conversation in the comments, please leave it in the comments. It would be great. We are very open about mental health here on this channel, so be very, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Just don't be shy. If you are, wanting to say something about it, please do, because it would be a learning experience for all of us, I guess, and it would be cool to start that discussion. Anyways, after that little bit of a ramble nonsense, I love the backyard of this house. Can I just say, I love this backyard. It's very simple, but I love it so much. I love the landscaping too. I've just found my landscaping stride again, because I just place down a bunch of things on top of each other and hope that it works, and it does work. So like that one bush, it's like a tree bush thing, and it's from the Get Together pack, and it's actually in the Windenburg world. It's just one of the live edit objects, and I use it around the lot, and it's just so pretty. It's got the beautiful autumnal colors. It stands out really nicely, and it fills in a lot of space too, and it fits into the world. It doesn't stand out it doesn't look like it's not supposed to be there. It looks like it's actually just something they have, and it's beautiful. But I've been going crazy with all this landscaping from the live edit objects, live edit objects. I guess I don't know why I was trying to explain that more, but again, I'm derailing. But yeah, the Better Build by Mod by Twisted Mexi has been so helpful when it comes to landscaping, because I'm able to actually landscape without feeling like I'm being held back. And I feel like that's the biggest thing with using those live edit objects, is that having to individually place each item is what was holding me back. But now I can just shift click and clone them and eyedropper them and find them easily in the catalog. So definitely recommend that mod. If I have it linked in the description, check it out. If I don't, all you need to do is just Google Twisted Mexi Better Build by mod, and it'll take you to his website and you can just download it there. It's super helpful. But here I am into the master bedroom. Let's actually talk about the build for a second. This is the last room, so I might as well. But the master bedroom is a little bit less autumnal, and it almost gives me like a winter vibe. Like, I love the blues in here. Like, I've got that warm gray, but then it's got a cool gray accent wall, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm here for this color combination. And like the dark, rich wood tones just really complement that really well. I don't know. I love the master bedroom. It's really nice. It's got a bookshelf. It's got a dresser. I think it's got a little record player or something, like a little jukebox thingy. They have a TV. I didn't put any clutter items on the dresser there. I should have put at least a candle. What is wrong with me? Why didn't I put a candle there? That literally is the place to put candles. Well, maybe not. That's where I put candles. I'm not sure if it's safe. It should be, right? Maybe not like open candles, like candles in containers, like little glass jar thingies. Anyways, but what is your favorite kind of candle? Do let me know in the comments. That's something that we can talk about, right? My favorite candle is any fall candle. I love pumpkin candles, but I'm also a big fan of vanilla and also apple candles. Ooh. Like, my mom has this apple cider candle, I think. Oh, girl, it's so... Oh, it smells actually like apples, but it's so much more. It's like, oof, it's so good. Also, speaking of apples, have y'all ever had a Snapple, like apple Snapple? Oh my gosh, y'all need to try it. It's delicious. Anyways, but yeah, that is basically it for this build. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments down below if you did. Go ahead and check out this build on the gallery. It is under my username lukeydean. That's LUKEYDEAN, and the hashtag Lukey. But that is pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.